That diploma up on the wall. That is my idea of comedy.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Let's talk about this article that came out, which, again, it wasn't going to move the share price. We know what moves the share price, big numbers. So, one thing I want to talk about is I already read through it, and before I continue, I just want to talk about Sybil. Sybil stock. Why am I talking about Sybil stock? You'll see why I'm making this comparison. But Sybil here, they tried to get into the Department of Defense. The CEO was given the middle finger, essentially, told, who are you? Get out of here. So what he did was he went straight to Ukraine and presented his technology to the people who need it most. He went there directly. And the funny thing is, now he is in the Department of Defense, and he gets orders for his drones. So the point I'm trying to make here, you'll see why. Let me pull up the article for Aitx. Aitx RAD announces engagement for Department of Homeland Security Safety Act designation for firearm detection software solutions. Probably the biggest takeaway here is, where is it? Breaking the monopoly position that Zero Eyes has enjoyed with the Safety Act designation is a testament to the competitive and innovative spirit at RAD. We believe in a diverse marketplace. So essentially what he said here, this is just this right here, breaking the monopoly position that Zero Eyes has enjoyed. That's just a nice way of saying, yeah, we're gonna, yeah, you know what I'm trying to say. They are coming in to take some market share. You enjoyed that monopoly position, but we're coming in to take some of that juicy money. That's really how I interpret that. That's another way to say it. The way he says it, it's a nicer way. But yeah, it's kind of funny. The reason I compare it to Sybil and the CEO going over there to Ukraine and presenting his technology over there so he can get a shoe in to the Department of Defense is because, look, they're going to get this designation, compete with Zero Eyes and take some of their market share, I'm sure, which is good for us. Maybe Zero Eyes are going to be like, what? Who is this guy? But either way, I could see a future. I don't know if Steve Reinhardt and the team over there would want to get into the Department of Defense and beyond, or AI warfare and all that. Because I made a video talking about this, like AI warfare. That's going to be a thing, and you're going to need not only are you going to need weaponry that uses AI, but also the counter to that, some kind of scrambler or something. You just can't have an AI headshotting humans. Never missing. Like there has to be some kind of way to scramble that, or it's just going to be a massacre. These AI are going to be very dangerous, and maybe I was going to say maybe the U.S. won't use AI, but you better believe China and everyone else is going to be like, yeah, you can stay behind. Other times we're going to have just AI sniping heads with 100% accuracy because it's just that good. Unfortunately, AI is better than us at everything. I could see a future where this is just a start. This could be just the start of something more. Like, okay, this just focuses on the designation for the firearm detection software solutions. I get it, but try to think bigger and try to think ahead. Like I think there's more here, but it depends entirely on whether they even plan on going into that side of things, the Department of Defense and all that. So maybe not. Maybe I'm just speculating here. Maybe not. Maybe this is just a designation which is expected sometime in 2024. And let's see if there's anything else here. Yeah, receiving this designation will expand our potential market to the greatest possible extent. Which, like I said, they're gonna take some market share from Zero Eyes. You better watch out, Steve Reinhardt. Zero Eyes might come after you. Zero Eyes might pull a Boeing. That would be horrible, but now we know if something happens to him, it was an inside job. Okay, jokes aside though, the Safety Act, or Support Anti-Terrorism by Fostering Effective Technologies Act of 2002, provides liability protections to companies that develop and deploy effective anti-terrorism technologies. They have engaged a renowned consultant with extensive experience in navigating the Department of Homeland Security's certification process. They look to expedite the designation, ensuring that RAD's firearm detection software solutions meet the highest standards of safety and reliability as swiftly as possible. And this is their way of accelerating and expanding their sales efforts. Okay, I think that's about it. I mean, some of the stuff that I said in the beginning, speculation, but this is kind of Aitx, getting a shoe in to something that it could be more. It could be more than this, But that's I don't know. Had they ever talked about going into the Department of Defense and all that? I can't remember if they ever talked about that, but or even entertained the idea. But I mean, they could just make acquisitions and have that branch. Never mind. I'm just gonna start speculating, but I don't like to speculate personally. I mean, make up hypothetical scenarios, sure, but I don't think they'll want to get into the Department of Defense. But we'll see. Okay, so yeah, this wasn't going to move the share price. I just finished reading through it. It wasn't going to move the share price. It's going to slow bleed. That's what it's been doing. I'm sure people in the Discord, Aitx Discord, are buying, which is why it slow bleeds. Instead of just quickly falling down, it slow bleeds because the Aitx Discord just keeps buying as it goes down lower. That's just how they are. They don't let it just drop. So we have to wait. We're gonna have to wait probably a few weeks before we come down. Unless he drops some big catalyst, we're not going to see much movement to the upside. People can point. They can point. You can point to the market and say, "Well, the market as a whole is red." Even if the market as a whole was red, AITX it moves on its own. It doesn't matter. And I think out of the 50 PRs that they have dropped, we've only had one, two. Actually, no. This is back. This move here was back in December. So this move was in late December. So technically speaking, we've only had like one or two PRs actually move the stock. Because these moves happened in December. So 2024 onward, we have not had much of a pop other than this one right here. And then a secondary, you can call it a secondary pop. In fact, you can call this whole move just one whole run, really. You can just call this one run. So we've technically only had one run. So out of the 50 PRs that they've dropped, there's only been one that sent the stock soaring 300%, I believe, or 500%, depending on when you bought in. So do the math. So 1 out of 50, so 2 out of 100, so 2% of all PRs dropped by AITX actually caused the share price to move. So don't get too excited because I know the AITX Discord, they think every PR is going to be the big one that moves it. So, and that's just unrealistic. I think some people are still living in 2020, but that is it for the video. Again, a lot of this at the beginning was speculation. Is this just the beginning of something else, or are they just going to get this designation and that's it? Maybe they want nothing to do with the government and getting a shoe in there. But anyways, I'll see you guys in the next one.